Ukraine is saying that Russia is now firing a new, more powerful missile at a city of 1 million people, Dnipro. How can you say that it's the West that is escalating this war?
Actually, I have no information on that side. I have seen something going here, but I cannot comment on that.
Right. I mean, the Ukrainians, I think, would know if a more powerful missile is landing in their city or one of their cities.
Well, I can say only that I'm aware what I'm aware. I cannot read every minute everything. I know about the British Storm Shadow that has been fired yesterday, as well as attacks, American attacks being fired.
Why is that such a problem, given Russia has been firing cruise missiles into Ukrainian cities since the beginning of the war?
There were assurances that there will be no strikes deep inside the Russian territory. And what has happened, it is what we have seen. We have made multiple warnings that it will be a serious escalation in striking inside Russia. And in spite of these warnings, the US administration, supported by France and the UK, has made a deliberate decision to make these strikes, which seriously escalates the situation. And it can bring a collision between the nuclear powers.
But you are striking and have been striking Ukrainian cities since the beginning of the war with cruise missiles.
Now, the subject of the day, as I say, it will be mostly a different situation. We have been assured many times by British side, we have written a note on it that they will use cruise missiles, Storm Shadow, only inside the territory of Ukraine. So what has happened is this is a deliberate cheating of us, because we have an official note on it. And now, yes, actually, this is not a responsible...
So are you saying now that Britain is directly involved in this war?
Absolutely. Britain and UK is now directly involved in this war, because this fighting cannot happen without NATO staff, British staff as well.
But you are using Chinese dual-use technology, you're using Iranian missiles, you're using Iranian drones, you're using North Korean troops. So are you saying all those countries are now directly involved too?
You do not allow me to answer.
I'm just saying it can't work both ways, really.
How it works both ways. No, on that subject, I can say easily that we have plenty of mercenaries from different countries that are fighting right now on the side of Ukraine. We just have seen in Kursk area the Polish unit, which has a special uniform worn by Polish soldiers. So what's the matter?
The threat, of course, now is that President Putin could use nuclear weapons. Is that a serious threat, or is that an empty threat?
Well, a lot of people are now speaking about in conjunction with the firing of these missiles, they are talking about changes that we have done to our nuclear deterrence doctrine. That is right. It has been adapted closely to the realities of the current war. I hope that it will be carefully considered by the Western experts in order to understand what are the risks of escalations, not to underestimate them, because it is dangerous. In this respect, I have to say that the Russian population, an overwhelming majority of the Russian population, is supporting what has been done by the Russian leadership, and also
lowering the nuclear threshold.
And also the other very important issue is that Russian leadership is fully united on that, and on this matter and on all the others. And there is no sense to find some nuance, to search for some nuances or shades in it.
Russia is lowering the threshold for nuclear strikes, saying it could be in response to a conventional attack. Now, therefore, that is a threat. That is an implicit threat to use nuclear weapons. Is that a grown-up thing to do? Is that a responsible thing to do?
I wouldn't say that it is per se what you are doing about the use of the nuclear weapon. The current situation will be carefully assessed by Security Council, and the President will take a decision. But I will say that, of course, it will be a response tangible and adequate after assessment of the threats to the security of the Russian Federation.
You seem to be saying that there is a possibility that there could be some sort of nuclear strike.
I didn't say that, but we have many options how to respond and what it will be done, and careful assessment, and then perhaps a response. I'm not sure what will be the decision.
But perhaps a nuclear response.
I didn't say that. No,
Well, I thought you just said.
No, I do not know. I have said that there is a
Okay.
variety and different possibilities of responding to this irresponsible decision that has been taken by
Right.
British and United States government.
You see, most nuclear-armed countries play down the possible use of nuclear weapons. Russia seems to be ramping up the possible use of nuclear weapons.
A lot of Western experts were saying that many red lines has been crossed, and this is another red line that has been crossed, and nothing is going to happen. I don't think so. As I have said, we will do an assessment, and a response will come.
Right. So on this point of escalation, it was Russia who invaded Ukraine. It was Russia who attacked energy infrastructure. It was Russia who attacked grain ships in the Black Sea. Russia who brought in North Korean troops. And it is now Russia threatening to use nuclear weapons. Isn't it Russia who is escalating this war?
That depends on from what point you count the situation in Ukraine.
From the beginning of the invasion?
No. The war as such and the crisis as such has started to develop since 2014 after the coup d'etat in Kiev, which has brought illegal government over there, and some part of Ukraine did not accept it. It's this illegal government. Mm-hmm. And it was an appraisal which has the Ukrainian government tried to kill, in fact, in bringing forces over there and shooting everywhere.
It's 1,000 days now that this war has
yes.
been
Mm-hmm.
going on. Mm-hmm. What has Russia actually achieved other than hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian casualties and hundreds of thousands of Russian casualties? In September and October, Russia is estimated to have lost 1,350 killed or injured every day. Has it really been worth
these
it?
figures have been taken out of the blue, and actually the purpose of doing it is just to boost morale in Ukraine and to boost morale in those who are providing weapons.
What are the real figures?
The real figures are known only in the general stuff, and there is no any speculation does not add anything.
Well,
and
if you're not losing considerable numbers of soldiers, why do you have to bring in North Korean troops?
No one has provided evidences, and the last statement by the Pentagon, it was yesterday, that they have no proofs about Korean troops. But even if something will happen about something like that, what's the difference between bringing mercenaries from Poland, Colombia, whatever it is, from many countries, and this is what we are doing in accordance to Article 4 of the agreement with North Korea.
Isn't it turning into a disaster for President Putin? He is wanted in a war crimes court, but he's not wanted at the G20 Global Summit. He's a pariah. He is, as Keir Starmer says, the author of his own exile.
This is funny what you are saying, because just looks at what has happened in Kazan this month. There was more than 2/3 of the world leaders over there, and G20, it is one of the forums, of course,